Listen to these amazing words from Psalm 146 today, starting in verse 3. Put not your trust in princes, in a son of man in whom there is no salvation. When his breath departs, he returns to the earth. On that very day, his plans perish. This psalm has a crucial reminder for us at any time, but especially in an election year, a month out from the election. We are not to place our trust as God's people in political rulers and authorities, in whom, the psalmist writes, there is no salvation. This psalm views your trust as this very precious thing. And if you think about it, it's true. Your heart and your soul, who you are, is very much tethered to where you place your trust and this person or this thing in which you put your hope. Your very identity is flowing from that location. And so this is a very precious thing. And the psalmist is telling us, if you take this most precious, this most treasured part of who you are, your heart, your soul, your identity, your trust and your hope, and you place it in a worldly ruler as opposed to God's kingdom and his leadership, at the very least, you're going to be let down. At the very least, because of the fact that they're mortal and they're going to die and their plans are going to perish. If that weren't enough, we see throughout history and throughout the scriptures that leaders can be far worse than just that neutrality, that they're going to die someday. Rather, they can be harmful. They can use and abuse people over which they lord their power. The Bible offers us such a more beautiful picture. Think of all of the promises of God. We have a foundation that cannot be shaken. We build our house upon the rock that is Christ, not upon the sand where the storms can wash away. We have a future that is certain, a promise that is secure, an inheritance that cannot be taken away. God, as the creator, this psalm is saying, is so much better. Listen to how the psalmist describes the blessed person who trusts in God instead. This is now verse 5. Blessed is he whose help is in the God of Jacob, whose hope is in the Lord his God, who made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that is in them, who keeps faith forever, who executes justice for the oppressed, who gives food to the hungry. The Lord sets the prisoners free. The Lord opens the eyes of the blind. The Lord lifts up those who are bowed down. The Lord loves the righteous. The Lord watches over the sojourners. He upholds the widow and the fatherless, but the way of the wicked he brings to ruin. The Lord will reign forever. Your God, O Zion, to all generations. Praise the Lord. Is that not a more beautiful picture of where to place your hope and your trust? This is a good word for us today. I know that this is a discouraging and hostile time. We as God's people, we can literally opt out of participating in the chaos that surrounds this election and place our trust and our foundation in the Lord. It cannot be shaken. He is the God who reigns forever, and he alone can save. Would you place your trust and your hope in him today?